friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Jessie, and on this channel I post new budgeting and lifestyle content every single week. I would love it if you would click that subscribe button. For today's video, we are going to be setting up my budget planner for September. I have my September printables here. I am so excited about them. Way back at the end of June, I initially came up with this concept of creating my own budget printables. I loved the idea of having super functional budgeting sheets, but also having them look really pretty. And so what I was doing for a really long time was buying a lot of stickers or making stickers for myself, stickering up a bunch of pages in my planner. And that's great. I loved that. It was a creative outlet for me, but it was taking up a ton of time. So I decided instead to create some really functional budget printables here that were still really beautiful. So for September, I chose this fun, like, painted stripes pattern that I was going to incorporate throughout all of my functional printables. Initially, I had designed something a little bit different than this all the way back in June when my husband and I were on vacation at our campground for a week. We were completely unplugged, except for I had my computer, and I used all that free time I had to design some really pretty, they were like floral printables. But then my computer crashed and I lost all of that, all the design elements and all of the printables I had created. So I had to start from scratch when it came to September. I went a little bit of a different route, and I really love what I came up with. So I wanted to flip through my printables with you, show you what they look like. These will all be available on my Etsy shop if you are interested in purchasing them. They will be available for download. Nothing physical will be sent. It's just a printable you can download onto your computer and print yourself. I have it available as a whole bundle, so you can get all 10 of my worksheets for one low price, or you can buy the sheets individually if you just like some elements and not others. So really quickly, let me just flip you through. I've made some changes to my functional layout. Not very many, but just a couple little changes that I think you guys will like. They're working out. I think they're going to work out pretty well for me. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and flip through. So this first page is the divider page. You could totally stick a little tab on it and have it just be the divider, or you could use it as a cover page. However you want to do it. It's just really pretty basic September page. And then it flips immediately into my September calendar. So if you didn't purchase the bundle and you just wanted to get the calendar, you could do that. But if you purchase the bundle, it comes as one file with everything in multiple pages. So you would just open up the PDF, select print, and then you can print whichever pages you wanted. I actually did a little screen recording / screenshot of what my print settings look like. So I will insert that here really quickly. It's really easy, especially if you're using Adobe Acrobat Reader, which is what I use. My printer is capable of printing on both sides of the page, so that's what I selected. If you don't have a printer that does that, you could just print each page individually and line them up in your planner, however you want to do it. But yeah, it works out really well. My September calendar here. This is what I will use to keep track of all of my transactions for the month. We're going to set this up together with my bills once I get everything kind of punched and put in my planner and I'm done doing a little overview. Next up, when you flip the page, I have my monthly budget. Now, in August, when I released my printables, those were the fun yellow, sunny looking ones. This across the top said August budget. I've changed this for September just to say monthly budget. That way, if you like this design and you wanted to use it for more than just September, you could do that. Now, obviously, the calendar and the divider page are specific to September, but if you wanted to just go in and purchase the monthly budget page, you could do that. You could print this over and over again and use it every month of the year, and that's kind of what I was more leaning towards when I designed this, just so that, you know, maybe some people don't want to purchase a different design every month. I love that because I love having it be creative and look a little bit different every month, but maybe you just like this design and you want to use it over and over again. You can just go in, purchase this monthly budget printable for $2, and then you can print it all year and it'll totally work. So that's kind of why I made that change. It's very simple. Everything else is exactly the same in terms of functionality as August, but I just wanted to make it so that you could use it for more than just September if you wanted to. So there's that. There's a place here for writing out all the income, all of the bills and expenses. If you track your budget monthly, it's a really basic functional design, right? So then we have the monthly overview, and likewise in August this said, I think it just said August across the top, but now you can use it any month of the year, and there's a place for you to write out all of your debts, monthly goals. You can keep track of your credit score. I write my credit score and my husband's credit score here from Credit Karma. I know it's not super accurate in terms of you know, the numbers, but I'm not really worried about the accuracy. I'm more worried about just seeing month to month if the credit score goes up or down. So that's what I do here, and then there's a little place down here you can write anything else you want. I just have titled it Notes. Moving on to the next page, this is where we have your sinking funds and transaction log, and again, you can use this for any month of the year. This is my September design, so I'll be using it in September, and I will have a new design come October, but if you like this design and you just want to purchase the one worksheet and use it over and over again, you can do that. There's a place to write out each fund, the beginning balance, and then throughout the month what you add to your sinking funds, what you take away, and then your ending balance. You can go in and draw lines between these columns if that's what you're into. You can really make this work for you. And then there's the transaction log. So I use the transaction log to actually keep track of my sinking funds transactions, but you could definitely use this just to keep track of all of your transactions if you're not into that calendar layout the way that I do it. And again, you can print this page as many times as you want. If you have a lot of transactions throughout the month and you want to go in and select this page and print it, you know, 10 times for 1 month, you can do that. It's totally customizable to however you want to make it work for your budget. Next up then comes the paycheck budget, and this I made a couple of small changes to as well. For the most part, it's exactly the same. It's very similar. I took a lot of inspiration from the Budget Moms worksheets, but I just kind of shifted them around and made them work a little bit better for me. So my categories here are income, where I can keep track of the income for the paycheck. The checking, so this is anything that I pay using my checking account or my debit card. Then I have cash envelopes here, sinking funds, little space for extra debt payments, and then down here I have a total section, so I write my income, the budgeted, and then the actual, and then I subtract out what we spent on checking, sinking funds, cash envelopes, extra debt, etc., and then I get a remaining balance here. And this is where the changes happened. I made this savings section a couple of lines. In August it was just one line because I myself only take whatever's left and use it as a rollover category, but maybe you have multiple savings categories. Maybe you put some of what you have remaining into a savings challenge and then the other you roll over into the next week. So I just added an extra line here to make it a little bit more customizable for you. And then there's the cash breakdown. So once I go in and figure out my budget for the week, I figure out what I need to pull out of the bank for cash envelopes and sinking funds, then I can really break it down here on the cash breakdown, figure out what denominations I want to pull out of the bank so I have the proper amount for stuffing my cash envelopes. If you have watched any of my budget videos, you know that how I use this. I do have budget videos up for August already, so you can take a look. That was my first month using my own printables, but you can really take a look at how I use them more in depth. And of course you will see videos on all of these printables in September when I start my September budget. For now, I'm just doing this so that I can get these up for you guys, so that if you want to get a jump start on September, you have the printables available to do that. So that's the cash breakdown. I have printed multiples of these, and again, it's really easy to just go in when you open up Adobe, select the pages you want to print, and for me, I just printed out, you know, I selected sheets 1 through 8, and then also I printed, or I'm sorry, 1 through 9, and then I printed 8 and 9 multiple times in addition, so that I'd have enough for each paycheck. So when you buy the printable, it just comes with one of each worksheet in the bundle, so you just select then how many you want to print, and you can print it out really easy. So I just selected pages 8 and 9 to print 3 additional times, and that put them all in order the way that I like it. You can organize these printables in a different order if that's what you're into. You know, it's really customizable that way. And then on the back, I just have a little notes section. I wanted to have a page that kind of coordinated with the whole bundle, where I could just jot down some notes, any changes I made to my budget, anything I needed to remind myself. So that's that. Now, I printed these on 28-pound paper. That's what I like to use. It's a bit of a sturdier paper than just your average computer paper. You don't really see through too much. It's a little bit thicker, and it just holds up a little bit nicer in my opinion. So what I'm going to do now is punch my pages. I use a Happy Planner disc bound system to keep all my pages together, and I use a great big arc punch here to punch my pages because it's heavy duty. It works really well with the Happy Planner disc bound system, and I can punch multiple pages at once. With the Happy Planner branded punch, you can only really punch like one page at a time. You can't punch anything that is laminated or anything, so I really like the arc punch. I do have it linked in my description box below if you're interested in it. It's big, it's heavy, but it gets the job done. So I've got all of my printables punched now, and I can just slip them into my planner. And really quickly, we're going to put some information into my printables here, but I've already taken up quite a bit of your time, so I'm not going to let this go on too much longer. Just know that if you are interested in buying and printing out these printables for yourself for your September budget, you can easily do that. Just go to my Etsy shop. I will have it linked down below. Okay, so right here at the end of my planner, I have my little notes page from August, and we're just going to move directly into September. I'm just going to get these pages popped in. They pop in super easy. I like to just put in a couple at a time so I don't bend the little tabs or anything, but yeah, this works out really well. I'm really happy that I decided to start making my own printables. They're completely customizable to me, which I love, and I'm able to offer them to you as well. I figure if I'm going to make them for myself, I might as well list them in case somebody else would like them as well. So here's what it looks like then. We have September. I wonder if I can zoom out a little bit. My little September divider. I'm going to get a little tab to put on there. Then we have the September calendar. It's got all of the days of the month so that I can easily track my transactions. I love this design too with the painted stripes. I think it's so pretty. Then we move directly into my monthly budget, my monthly overview, my sinking funds and transaction log, paycheck budget, cash breakdown, and there's one of those for each of my husband's paychecks in September. There are 4 paydays in September. And then we have my notes section. So that's my bundle. You can also get them individually. Just go ahead and check out my Etsy shop down below. Now let's really quickly just go in and put in my September bills. That's really the only thing I'm going to do to get my pages set up. We are still quite a bit of time between now and when September starts. I just wanted to get this video up kind of early in the month so that you guys could see what the printables look like and get them for yourself in case you wanted to, you know, get a jump start on September. I know a lot of people like to get their budgets kind of set up and ready to go early. So first thing I'm going to do is put in my paydays. These stickers are from Caffeinated Kate Printables. I just went in and purchased her print file, printed them, and cut them myself. I have a silhouette portrait that I use for all of my sticker cutting. Makes it super easy just to go in and download what I need. I don't have to wait for stickers to come in the mail, which is nice because I'm a very impatient person. So my husband gets paid every single Tuesday, so we're just going to put these little payday stickers right in on all of the Tuesdays. I don't think there are any holidays that are going to push payday back. Actually, Labor Day might. I think Labor Day is the 6th. Not entirely sure, so this paycheck might end up getting pushed back to the 8th, but if that's the case, I print all of my stickers on removable matte paper so I can just easily pick that sticker up and move it as needed. Okay, so those are my husband's 4 paychecks in September. Then also, if I make any income on Etsy, it gets deposited into my account and available to me on Tuesdays, so that will mark those as well. In addition, the only other income we expect is from YouTube, and YouTube will pay out on the 21st, so that is all my incomes coming in on Tuesdays in September, which is exciting. So that's it for the paydays. Now we're just going to enter in some bills for my transaction tracking. I like to use these color coding stickers that I make for myself. They work out really well for me. I don't have these for sale, but if you are interested in purchasing something like this to keep track of your transactions, they come in a rainbow of colors. Just type into Etsy, do an Etsy search for transaction tracking stickers, and lots of them will come up. Mine that I make for myself are 1.9 inches wide. They fit my calendar perfectly, so you know, if you're going to be using my calendar and you want something like that, you can look for those measurements, but I do all of my bill tracking on these blue stickers, so that's what I pulled here. And I'm actually just going to take a peek at my August calendar to get a feel for when my bills are due. So obviously on the 1st of every month I do have my lot rent, water, and cable. Those are the bills that are due the first day of every single month. So I'm going to go ahead and write those in. I'm not going to write in the amounts that are due because I do that when it's closer to the time. So I'm just going to get these stuck in really quickly. And I'm probably just going to speed you guys through this process because I know it can be tedious to watch me try to lay stickers down straight. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through and put in all of my bills, and then we'll come back at the end for a wrap up. Okay, so I went ahead and put in all of the bills that I know There's going to be a couple more that I have to add a little bit closer to September, but for now this is all set and ready. So yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure you check out my Etsy shop. I do have it linked down below, as I've mentioned I think multiple times in this video now. If you are interested in these printables, thank you so much for all of your support. 100% of my profit from Etsy is going to pay off my debt, so if you make a purchase from my Etsy shop, just know that you're helping me pay my debt down, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, friends!